Hi and welcome to Culture Unraveled. The Malayalam movie Hridayam follows the life of Arun Neelakandan, who's excited to join his new engineering college in Chennai. His initial experience though was far from what he expected. His seniors rag him constantly, his relationship takes a really bad turn, he turns to alcohol for comfort and fails his exam. But after a talk with his father, he decides to change his ways. He sobers up, becomes part of a study group, mends his broken relationships and finally graduates. The second half of the movie takes off a few years later where Arun is now a wedding photographer. He meets his future wife and together they have a son. The movie ends with Arun going back to his college and understanding that his experience through all of the ups and downs in that place finally made him what he is. The philosopher Soren Kierkegaard writes that life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Many events in Arun's life seem to be random and purposeless. His journey is definitely not a progressively joyous one, but one that has many ups and downs. He makes a number of mistakes, he encounters tragic events, he has many memorable moments of happiness, but all of them come together to finally make him what he is, and not just the good ones. The most important part of this journey is the people that he encounters and the role that they play in his life. Some of them are there throughout, some of them are prominent at certain phases of his life, some of them treat him badly while a few others are treated badly by him. But ultimately, he is able to restore all of the broken relationship and transform his interactions, which is a vital step towards making him what he finally becomes. A good friend, a truthful husband, a caring father, and a diligent worker. That is why he takes the entire collective experience of his college life and finally writes on the wall, "Thank you for making me who I am." The movie is powerful because it brings out the theme of redemption in the life of an individual, despite the chaotic events he encounters. He almost completely sinks to the bottom at one point, but is able to come out and find a greater sense of purpose in his life. There is an important scene midway through the movie where his father tells him that he might be far, but he is not alone, and that his father is always there with him. It is after this important encounter that Arun finds the power to pull together the different dimensions of his life and restore it. Saint Augustine says that we are made for you, God, and our hearts are restless until we find our rest in you. What he's saying is that man's absolute redemption is ultimately found in the restoration of the greatest relationship of all, the human relationship with God. And when that relationship is restored, then man finds the power to reconcile every other relationship in his life. Arun's life is a complex network of relationships that he encounters at different points in his life. All of them weave together intricately to form him. We see that as his relationships get mended, he is able to reform not just his own life, but the life of all those around him.